What is going on? What is going on? How's everyone doing? Tonight, this cast is going to be just a recap of all of the, not all, but some of the photos, some of the videos that I took from the day yesterday. Stay tuned.
Black men are 2.5 times more likely to be killed by cops than white men.
They don't want us to succeed.
How much more do we have to take?
How's everyone doing tonight? Yesterday was National Coming Out Day. And again, I went to a festival in rural Lancaster County, and it was really dope. I had a really good time. I was able to relax, just be myself. It felt completely comfortable around the people that I was around. So it was just really cool. So there was a speaker from yesterday. Her name's BJ, and she gave a really great speech about coming out, and it was really touching. And so I'm going to air that, and then I'm going to air some of the other speeches from other people.
Trans woman, best fits who I am. This coming out festival is all about the journey of our lives. It's about our ups and downs on our way to recognizing, accepting, and outwardly sharing one's identity so the LGBTQ plus person can live freely and openly as their true and authentic selves. Today I'm going to share part of my journey. I want to first state that I only came out late in my life. I knew growing up that I was different. I mean, that was the best term. I wasn't like all the guys in the school. I like when I reached senior high school, it was really present. I didn't act the same way. I didn't think the same way. I was interested in more stuff like home economics. I loved to sew. I loved to cook. I loved art. One of my favorite clubs that I took in middle school was a sewing club. I made like a little teeny tiny teddy bear. I didn't really like the technology education stuff like woodworking and stuff like that. One of the things I really hated about high school was I lived in constant fear. The high school boys realized that I was different and they treated me differently. I'd walk into the halls between class and they knock my books on the floor, scattering my papers all across the hallway. It was at least once a month that I was shoved right up against the locker. Name calling was another favorite. I mean, the normal things like sissy and stuff like that came out. I mean, it's kind of like the rest of the community has probably experienced the same sort of thing. It wasn't until years later that I realized that bullying did actually work. It did exactly what it was intended to do. It was supposed to cause me fear and shame of who I was. And it was trying to cause me to be somebody I wasn't. It was trying to force me into a box just like everybody else, to be exactly like everybody else. And it was something I never really could be. I kept on trying to be normal. But I always came up short because I wasn't a young man. I never was. I actually started to be ashamed of who I really was. I started to hate myself for it. And I tried even harder to become normal. And it just started a cycle of shame. I carried this shame for a long time. I mean, in day-to-day life, I didn't have the confidence. A few years after high school, I married Chris. They were the support I needed. I mean, they chose to take this journey with me. I mean, like I said, it was well into my adulthood that I'd come out of the closet. So through our marriage, we've actually had to come along with that. Chris had always had an inkling that this was where my journey would go. But they supported me the whole way through it. They let me take it at my time and at my pace. You see, I didn't have the words to articulate who I was on the inside. Growing up, the TVs and movies didn't have any representation. If there was representation, it was not in the best light. In fact, it was probably the worst light. I knew I never felt like a boy, and I really did not want to become a man. I felt betrayed by my own body. It wasn't until I found similar people online that I started getting the terminology, started to understand who I was as a person. And also, it made me not feel alone. This is what coming out day is all about. It's sharing your journey with people. It's allowing them to look into your life, and for some, it will be the key that they need to start their own journey. The crazy and amazing part of this whole journey is the progress that this becoming myself has happened within the past few years. You see, the main thing that was holding me back was the feelings of not being accepted. And 4 years ago, I started dressing, allowing myself to move more feminine appearance at home. It was my safe space.
Please.
I started posting stuff on Facebook with my makeup and my new clothing choices, and I got a lot of wonderful comments from people. So it was a booster to my support. The downside is one day I was exposed at work. They found my Facebook posts. And of course, as they always do, I was made fun of again. So I inched back away from the closet door and stopped my post. Once again, fell into the open arms of my safe space. 2.5 years ago, I inched closer to the closet door again. I found a church where I could dress more feminine, so my safe space extended outside of my house, which was important. But I didn't have people outside my home that I could feel comfortable with. I didn't have that supportive community that I desperately wanted to affirm who I was and be proud of me for taking my journey. Even though I've been bouncing back and forth out of the closet for years, it was when Let It Chooses Love held their first Pride event. I met so many wonderful people. Through it, I got to meet Parker and Jontel. They actually accepted me for who I was. I also got to meet Jim Goodyear. He was one of the speakers at the Pride event last year, or this past Pride event. Through Jim, I actually am finding a community. I found friends like Deb and Becca, and some other people within a larger group. I have started to become more comfortable with myself. At an event through the church that I now attend, I actually came out to a group of 15 or more people, and that was only like 3 months ago. Right now, for me, there's no going back. I don't think I could ever go back into the closet. Today, I take another step in my journey. I'm speaking in front of all you. I mean, this is probably the most people that I have spoken out to. 5 years ago, I would never have believed that this would have happened. I really wouldn't have. I mean, in fact, there have been points in my life that I was probably about to give up. I want to leave you with these words, and it's probably best if I read them so I don't forget any of them. Life is a journey. It is an amazing and wild journey. Never give up the process to be who you are. But if your journey includes coming out, remember it's at your own time and your own pace because after all, it's your journey. When you're ready to open the closet door and step out into the world around you, I am sure there are people right here who will be supportive and accept you as you are with open all arms. Thank you.
Okay, we have another speaker for you. It is our good friend Becca. I'll let her come up here and
What an amazing. I don't even know how to just like that must have been really hard for her to go up and speak on. Um, and I know how nervous she was, but hearing her story and seeing how far she's come, it's just all of what coming out day is about, and getting to hear someone's story and understanding why we have coming out day is what it should be about. I'm not saying that we can't celebrate or have fun, but yesterday had the perfect amount of all of that. We celebrated, we had fun, we fed our soul, and we learned something and we shared things with one another. And I found that to be really important. I was also very pleased to have a vendor of color at the event, doing things that I love myself. Just
Stage that's known for not only cleansing negative energy, but for really helping you establish energetic boundaries.
with Makeup and Magic, we've got Melody and Amber. I just wanted to know like what exactly is Makeup and Magic.
Yeah, so Makeup and Magic is just a way that we were able to combine our services and tools to help people learn how to care for their energy through the creative arts. So the arts that we really focus on are the art of makeup. We not only sell makeup products, but we do makeup lessons that are rooted in self-compassion. So when a lot of people look in the mirror, they're always focusing on what they don't like. So we teach makeup lessons, but we also teach how to dedicate the time to like really pouring into yourself love. So that is on the schedule daily for you to love on yourself.
Right.
And then when it comes to the magic, it's more about the metaphysical arts. So we've got Palo Santo, sage, incense, different tools that you can use to really care about your energy. We've got different crystals as well. And since this is a new world for a lot of people, what we've done is we've curated some small kits that can help you kind of dip your toe into it and understand a little bit more about how it is that you can care for your energy. And particularly, we've got these intro kits. And this one is a love kit. So what it comes with is it comes with Yerba Santa, which is a type of sage that's known for not only cleansing negative energy, but for really helping you establish energetic boundaries and for cultivating more self-love. The rose quartz is also something that helps you cultivate a little bit more self-love. And then we've got these oils that Amber makes that are it's a mixture of oils and herbs that are used to do all of the same things. So we kind of put those together to give you the opportunity to have a focal point and an entryway to really start caring for yourself a little bit more. And they each come with instructions too, so it kind of walks you through the process and lets you know what it is that you're working with.
And that is Melody and Amber. And they are two amazing individuals, two people of color, and also members of the queer community. And so it was great to have someone there to be representative of so many different intersections. We need that presence, and the things that they're involved in, I think, really speak to the center core of what we really can have is just upliftment of inner beauty and getting back to knowing thyself. And that's what I think of when I think of Makeup and Magic. But there were so many other vendors there as well that were just as amazing and awesome. and pretty much on the same wavelength. Like the vibes from all the other vendors, all the vendors were literally amazing. And I hope they all come back next year.
10 flavors on tap. Stop in, try some more samples.
And that's in Lidditz?
Yep.
Thank you so much. Oh, yes, please. Of course. You already know. I got you. Thank you.
Don't forget me now. Wait a minute. I could never find rings big enough for my hands. Well, with you, Josh. Why are you like this sometimes? I like this good top. It's not almost falling.
Right? We're here at the... Hi, how are you? Pretty good. Ooh, free candy and water. Awesome sauce.
Beautiful candles. Oh my god. Look at that one. Wow. Gotta get the detail of it, babe. Look at that. That's really nice.
Wood sage.
Wow, look.
That's my kind of shit.
Crystal. The crystal one is beautiful as well. These are super dope.
Oh, the rings. Now, these are the kind of rings I've been looking for.
Butterfly is more on like the